Hello, my kings and queens. How are you doing? I am your host. What I would like to talk about is be prepared for a question that the examiner might ask you, even the teacher might ask you if you are driving, if you have your permit driver, or if you're taking your driving test, the day of the driving test. They may say a question along the lines as if you have your probationary license and you're 18 to 21 years old, you can't drive between 11 a 11 p.m. to 5:01 a.m. They may say that the restrictions is you can't let the driver's child. I mean, there's dependents. The dependents can be the passenger, the parent, the guardian, and the driver's child, but not the children. I mean, not the siblings, the brothers or sisters. How come? They may ask you a worded question along those lines. It's basically saying that the the drivers, I mean, the dependents could be the passengers, the parents, the guardian, and the driver's child. How come not the brothers and sisters? Now, I know that question might be confusing and a little wordy, so I'll say it one more time. The driver's child may drive as a dependent, but not the brother or sister. How come? First of all, the brothers and sisters may not have a license. They may be underage. They may be a distraction to the driver's child. Now, you have to understand what does the driving child mean. That could be the parent whose child is a driver, or it could be even a parent who who might have had the license and is letting their children teach them that the parent might have the provisionary license, and then the child might have had the license before the parent, and the driver's child, which is the son or daughter, might have had the license before the parent. So you gotta see which one makes more sense. Uh, is the driving child, are they referring to the parent who had the license, or the uh, daughter or son who had the license? So you have to see which one makes the most sense to you, which one sounds the most reasonable, or you could say you might say even both of them make sense. I just want you to be prepared for this question because this question might make or break you. Because you might, and it doesn't really have to be a right or wrong question, but just make sure that the question makes sense. I'm just being helping you to be prepared just in case if the teacher or examiner throw that question at you. Once again, the driver's child can be a dependent, not the brother or sister. It's that simple. Once again, just focus on the driving child. The driving child might be might throw you off. So you gotta say, what do the test taker test administrator mean with the driver's child? Is it the parent or the child self? So you can make it into a 50-50, or it'd be both. Once again, a driver's child could be referred to the parent who child has the license, or the parent who has the license and the child can drive with them because the child already had the license and had 3 years of driving experience. It could be either one or the other, or it could be both. You gotta see which one makes the most sense to you. That's how you use your analytics. You understand? And the reason they asking you this too because the examiner might just give you a probationary license instead of the basic license. I think the examiners even have that power too by saying that you are almost ready to drive. So instead of giving you the basic license, I'm going to give you the probationary license, which means that you could drive by yourself for the most part, but you still need to let a supervisor go with you. You still need some driving supervision. And to help you visualize the driver's child, you could pretend that you're in the car. So who would be in the car as a driver's child? Of course, I know it would be the driver and the child. So when they say the driver's child, it could be the parent drives in the driver's seat and the child uh, is in the passenger seat, or it could be the child who just got their license is in the driver's seat and the parent who's in the passenger seat. See, so that's how you will see. and determine which makes the most sense. And if you're still confused, you could look at it as you're basically on driving probation. You could drive for the most part, but there's some supervision, there's some restriction involved. So it's just basically driving probation. So you can say, who's this driving probation for? For the driver's child. Is it for the driver or for the child? Is it for the parent or for the child too, to break it down? Remember too, to help you with the question, with analytics too, to be more analytical, use your critical thinking. Remember, with probation license, you need to drive with somebody who's I think 21 years old and has at least 3 years of driving experience. So when they say the driver's child, it could most likely be the parent and then the child, where uh, the child is driving, but then the parent is right next to them. Meaning, so the the driver could be 18 to 21 years old. Then the parent who's with the child is, of course, over 21 and has more than 3 years of driving experience. So to break it down, to me, you could correct me if I'm wrong, is the driver, which is the 18 and 21-year old, that the child is driving in the car, and then the passenger seat is the parent. That would that's what makes the most sense to me. If you just think that it's just the parent driving in the driving seat and then the child driving in the passenger seat, that's 1B. That kind of makes sense because the child could be uh, over 21. I mean, at least 21 years old and have 3 years of driving experience. It could go either or. It could be so to me, 1A is the child um, driving the driving seat who has a probationary license, who's on driving probation, and the parent is supervising the child. That's 1A. That's what makes the most sense to me. And 1B would be the parent driving and the driver's seat being supervised by the child who's at least 21 years old and have over 3 years of driving experience. Either or. It could be 1A or 1B. You have to see which makes the most sense to you. And if you have those two answers, you break it down in a minute statement about why 1A, 1B makes sense to you. If you can't decide, you can say both, but have a good reason, good explanation of why you think it's 1A or 1B. See, once again, you create your own multiple choice question. It's either 1A or 1B. And this will help you to read the signs too. If you're not confused, if you're confused with the signs, if you're confused with the yield signs, if you're confused with the parking signs, if you're confused with driving to certain locations with the cities, whatever the case may be, this can help you to help you not to get lost, help you to be your own GPA. If you are lost, it can help you find your way. So that's why I was making a big deal about this question. This could be for 18-year-olds, 21-year-olds, even 25-year-olds to heed to this question so you can follow the rules so you don't be pulled over. Because even the cops might pull you over and say, do you know that a driver's child could be the dependent but not the brother or the sister? In other words, it's just two people to break it down. Don't even put the brother or sister because then I'll throw it off. Just the two people, the driver and the child, the parent and the child. That's what they mean by the driver's child. Either the parent is on driving probation or the child, but it's most likely the driving child, the son or the daughter is in driving probation. That's what makes the most logic to me. The reason I make a big deal about this question, if you understand this question, you could drive anywhere you want. You could drive on any road trip, whether it's 2 hours or 22 hours. You can parallel park, you can angle park, you could three-way turn, you could drive in reverse 100 feet. You can highway drive. You could clean your own car. You could do a lot of driving maneuvers based on this question. This could give you the confidence. So if you get 100 or 90 on this test based on logic, based on you giving a good open-ended question, whether verbally or uh, orally, this is a good start. You'll be ahead of the game, and which might predict your driving future. So this question can help you with your driving endeavor as a successful driver. But If you disagree and think that this one question doesn't base your driving future, that's fine too. It's more power to you. I respect your disagreement. We could agree to disagree respectfully. You could bring this question with you. If you get this question right and you understand this question, you could bring it with you, put it in the glove compartment. In case you do have a probationary driver, just in case if somebody is confused with this question, you can write it down in your own words, take it out of the glove compartment and break it down to them. See, if you understand this driving question, you understand any paperwork. You understand the notary signing agent paperwork that I go into detail about. You can understand your bills. You can understand making car payments. You can understand paying your car insurance. You can understand getting your ID every 4 years. You can understand uh, almost any paperwork that might be confused based on this one confusing question. This one confusing question can change your life. It can save your life. It can help change other people's life and save other people's life. That's why I keep going on and on about this. This question is meant to be. It's here for a reason. So you could distinguish. So you could differentiate. So you could follow the rules. You could be your own lawyer based on this question. So always, and this question can help you not to take things slow, to think before you speak, think before you do, think before you drive, not to be impulsive. So you could be your own driver teacher, your own road test examiner with this question. So thanks for listening. Please have a blessed day. See you later. Stay blessed. God bless. I will talk to you later. God bless.